Okay. Sum up in one word what the whole project's been like to you.
It's been really great to like experiment and try new improv things and make a lot of new pieces.
Nice.
It's been creative because like different things coming together and like just flowing, I guess.
Nice. And you guys have both worked really closely with Plum.
Yeah.
What has that been like for both of you?
It's been really cool to see how we can like develop like little melody bits and like we all started with like little sections and we brought it all together and harmonizing and stuff. That's cool.
It's been nice because like we're seeing it not only from our own perspectives but from others as well. And, yeah.
Sum up the whole project so far in one word, please.
In one word?
Yep. Or more if you like.
A wonderful experience.
Nice. And what do you feel like you've learned throughout the whole 3 days?
Throughout the whole 3 days, I've learned how to listen to stuff by ear, and also like how to gain confidence when I'm like taking solos, because I'll just point you straight to a solo. Let's spin. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Sum up this experience so far in one word. Or more, if you would like.
I would say like enlightening and like very nice.
Nice. And what have you learned throughout the whole 3 days?
I mean, I learned a bit more about like time signatures. So yeah, I'll apply that to my GCSE.
Nice. Okay, tell me one word that sums up the holiday project so far.
Creative.
Cool. And what do you feel like you've learned so far? I know it's your first day, but...
How to improvise and get in the feel of the music.
So, sum up this experience so far in one word.
Oh, one word. One word. Exhilarating.
Nice.
Educational.
Nice.
Valuable.
Lovely. And I know it's your first day, but what have you guys learnt so far?
I learned a nice group called, what's it called? Ignite.
Lovely.
I also learned Ignite.
Thank you.
I learned the definition of courage, and how different people experience courage, everyone I know about and stuff.
Nice.
That's
sum up the holiday project in one word so far? Who would like to?
Amazing.
Amazing. Levitating. I like.
Orchestrating.
Orchestrating. Nice.
That's 2 words.
We've got amazing, levitating, and orchestrating. Is that what we said? I like that. What do you feel like you've both learned so far on day 2?
I think it's just been a sort of very creative process, like showing that like music or songs can stem out of nothing. Like as simple as an idea can be, you can use it to, you can develop on that.
Nice.
And
I really enjoyed that vocal thing we did yesterday, and just using your voice to create something and like pass it on to the next person.
One word to sum up this experience?
Amazing.
Amazing, we like that. And what have you learned throughout the last 3 days?
I've learned that I can create music like with a group together, like just from some small simple idea. And I really learned that. Before I thought that you just needed to come up with it, but with one small idea we created it. With like a few small, we created 6 songs, and it's really helped me. And I've learned a lot. Like for example, I've learned how to comp easier, and I've learned how to like improvise and share. Like say we did a lot of like shared solos, and I learned how to listen. The most important thing I learned was how to listen to peers around me.
Just going round, one word to sum up what it's been like for the last 3 days during this holiday project.
Expansive.
Nice.
I've expanded my knowledge of workshop leading through working with these young musicians. We've had to push from what we know, right?
Yeah. And intuitive as well, I feel like. The agency of us being creatives, I think, and educators has adapted to like our skills, their skills.
Yeah.
Intensive, because we had like a short window of time to sort of like put all of these things together and just explore a lot of material, in fact, in only 3 days. So
yeah, I would say inspiring. There's a lot of really good musicians here, and it's been really great to hear their voices come through. And you know, what we made was as much of them as it was of us. So yeah, it was really beautiful to hear their voices.
Nice. Any particular highlights? Any favourite songs? Any favourite solos?
Me personally, that last tune.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? In my head for 3 days.
Honestly, everything that you did with the singers this time around was my favourite.
I was saying to Plum that the singers sounded like record ready.
Yeah.
You know, like put them on wax.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I guess from like the open day to now, like the progression, how do you feel it's all kind of followed through? Because I know this is probably a different group of young people we've got this time round. For the people that did the open day, how does it feel in comparison, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're all speaking the same language now as well. I feel like we know what we want to get out of it, and they know how to like, translate what they want to say. So I feel like we're getting our goals done together. I feel like, compared to.
And like, we did have different people at the taster session, and it was a different age group. But I think the sort of core idea of what we're trying to do with them is quite strong, and it works with anyone really. So it doesn't matter that this group wasn't at the earlier session, because we started fresh, and we could just take them through it. It was fine.
And if you have like a longer session, a longer intensive session like we just did, you get a chance to forge a band sound and get a band feeling. Whereas, I mean, I wasn't at the open day, but I know it's a shorter session, so you go in there, it's very intuitive, very spontaneous, and that kind of thing, and you lean in more into the energy. Whereas this is like, we combined that with also, getting an amazing blend with the instruments and working on dynamics and expression and giving everybody space to be them, like have a moment where where the spotlight could be on them. We have time to work on those things.
Lovely.
I don't know, it's a different experience, but I guess what's important about this workshop in this particular run 3 days, we've been able to focus in different sections of what we do. And for the people that could not make it today, for example, where we focused more on preparing something to perform, I think there's still a lot of value on learning how to put together and have conversation in creative way of exchanging. And the goal really, more than the result in a little performance, it is really the experience of getting in a room and not banking on someone to lead it, but learning which tools to use to sort of put something together and create something collectively.
Yeah, the process of the product.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Any last comments?
We're so grateful to have this experience, I think.
Yeah. Looking forward to coming back.
Yeah.